Alright folks, welcome back to CWRL's Fight Night at the Freedom Factory. We have just finished up round one. Our 4 teams for round 2 have been decided, and the only team outside of the top 4 to make it into round 2 is Junior Nation. The rest of these teams, the points leader, the second place points leader, and the Intimidators in third place, all have advanced to the second round thus far, and will be adding on to their point leads over the remaining 10 teams here. So that being said, let's get into round 2 here. And in round 2, each round will be 15 minutes long instead of 10 minutes, giving the teams more time to score points, more time for the plot to twist, more time to shake things up here in CWRL. Should be interesting to watch. I am the Geek Guru 1986, and I thank you all for inviting me into your homes once again here as we cover another weekly episodic Fight Night at the Freedom Factory here.
Drivers
this
to your
randomized
cars.
instantaneous qualifying, and you can see here that the checker car for Boogity Boogity Racing will be starting on the pole, with the checker car for the Candymen in the third spot. And the third spot has always seemed to be the catbird seat here at the Freedom Factory. So it should be interesting to see which one of these checker cars leads the first lap. Going to get this heat race underway here. Thank you for sticking around with us here.
Drivers to
You can see the pace car getting underway, coming into turns 3 and 4. And the pace car dropping off the track. We have the green flag out, 15 minutes on the clock. You can see that the checkers car for Boogity Boogity Racing pulling away a little bit to an early lead, with the checker car for the Candymen in close second. Coming to the start-finish line, Boogity Boogity Racing will lead the first lap and score the first point. The Candymen in close second, trying to chase down the leader and score points of their own. The record car for Boogity Boogity Racing in third, not too far off, trying to make a move of his own as he looks on the inside. Gets the inside line from the Candymen and will take the wingman position here. Boogity Boogity Racing in a solid advantageous position here as they add on to their points lead by continuing to lead laps with their checker car. We've got some interesting turn of events here as the traffic jammer and wrecker car for the Candymen have been caught up in some catastrophe here, and they have fallen all the way back to the tail end of the field. As you can see that the checker car for Boogity Boogity Racing is not far behind them at all. Meanwhile, you can see that the wrecker car has put on quite a distance between him and that traffic jammer, trying to catch back up to the top 4 here, but looks like we got caught up in more calamity as a traffic jammer from Boogity Boogity Racing got turned around and continues on his way, battling for the final position here. As you can see, the checker car for Boogity Boogity Racing continuing to lead here as we have 13 minutes remaining in the second round matchup. Finishing lap 8 now. That's 8 points for Boogity Boogity Racing as they pull away here from the Candymen, who were already at a 12-point disadvantage to Boogity Boogity Racing. But you can see that the checker car for Boogity Boogity Racing has just lost the points to the checker car from the Candymen as they work the crossover. Candymen not able to lead the lap. But dive bombs it into 3 and 4 and completes the pass on the leader again. Now the Candymen are holding the way and scoring points for leading laps as we come out of turns 2 and 3 and work the 12th lap of this heat race. Got 12 minutes remaining on the clock as you can see the checker car for the Candymen showing the way now working through this lap traffic as the traffic jammers have just wrecked the checker car for Boogity Boogity Racing. Boogity Boogity Racing falling all the way back here. See where they wind up. I think it's going to be at least in the third position. The wrecker car here for Boogity Boogity Racing more than a full straightaway behind the leader right now, as the checker car for the Candymen has just pulled away into his own zip code. You can see a lot of traffic jammers have been put down thus far. All but one of Boogity Boogity Racing's traffic jammers have been put down a lap. You can see that the leader coming out of turn 4 completes another lap, adding on to their point total. They have to start making up points in these final 10 minutes, as there is a 12-point gap between them and Boogity Boogity Racing coming into this round. Well, you can see that the wrecker car for Boogity Boogity Racing has 3 traffic jammers between him and the leader. He needs to pass. That wrecker car wants to get up front and start playing defense to preserve that point lead that they have. You can see that the checker car for Boogity Boogity Racing is in a distant third, with the wrecker car for the Candymen on his 6th. Candymen showing the way here, scoring points for every lap they continue to lead, as we are down under 10 minutes remaining in the second round matchup. It's been a very interesting, chaotic fight night at the Freedom Factory so far. The Candymen advanced into the second round, not by winning the heat race, not by leading laps, but by lapping the checker car up the smokehouse, giving them enough points to overcome the smokehouse's 16-point performance. Meanwhile, Boogity Boogity Racing came into the second round having almost scored a total and complete sweep and opt-out of the Miller timers, who had a very poor CWRL debut here this evening. As you can see that the checkered car continues to lead laps. I believe they have overcome their gap at this point between them and Boogity Boogity Racing. Of course, all of it will unfold when we tally up final points at the end of the round. That the checker car for the Candymen coming up on more of these traffic jammers. I believe these are the final group of traffic jammers. As you can see the checker car here for Boogity Boogity Racing in a distant third, looking to make ground on second place. And that checker car for the Candymen continuing to show the way, but you can see that wrecker car for Boogity Boogity Racing is in the picture, about half a straightaway behind right now, as the Candymen continue to work this lap traffic, and coming out of turn 4, he loses more momentum brushing that wall. You can see that Boogity Boogity Racing is just creeping closer and closer inch by inch here. We go into turn 3 and 4, and the Candymen are trying to add 3 more points by putting this traffic jammer a lap down. Coming out of turn 2, he gets the run, but he gets taken out. So you can see the wrecker car for Boogity Boogity Racing assumes the point. The Candyman gets taken out by a traffic jammer. And you can see that the checker car for Boogity Boogity Racing has just come back up into the second spot. see that the checker car has fallen back into the third spot, still trying to put this car a lap down. This definitely shakes things up and makes the determination for who gets the win here up in the air. So you can see that the Candymen are trying to still put this car a lap down, and they fail yet again, falling down a lap to the leaders now. We're just about to. So you can see the leader, the record car here for Boogity Boogity Racing, is now not too far behind the checker car. And we got more calamity as a traffic jammer gets turned around. We're down to 6 minutes remaining here in this second round matchup. The Candymen going from first to fourth here. And now Boogity Boogity Racing on defense, hoping that the gap that they have between them and the Candyman is enough to get them to the final round here. There's more calamity than anyone expected here this evening. You can see the checker car trying to work through this lap traffic. Back up to the leader here, as you can see, he's still working on catching up more on these traffic jammers, trying to pass them. But still on the defensive, trying to prevent the Candymen from scoring any more points here in this event. And the record car for the Candymen is caught up with a traffic jammer, losing more ground. Record car here, the leader, is on all of their back bumpers now. The leader is pulled away to where the second place car has to be over half a lap down by now. You're down to 3 minutes, 55 seconds remaining in this second round heat. Boogity Boogity Racing showing the way here. You can see that the checkers cars and record cars for Candymen have suffered a lot of unfortunate luck, dropping them far back in the field. The record car, the leader here, is just about under a straightaway behind him right now. And now turn 4, the record car putting another traffic jammer a lap down, almost getting wrecked for his troubles. Checker car here for Boogity Boogity Racing, scoring 3 points, putting down this traffic jammer. So we are down to the final 2:45 remaining. See the checker car here looking to score points of his own from the Candymen. Not that far behind them. Looks like there are only 2 cars separating, now 1 car separating the leader and the checker car for the Candymen here. We come down to the final 2 minutes remaining in this heat race. You can see the checker car for Boogity Boogity Racing in a very far distant second here. I imagine with the number of laps that they led, combined with the points advantage that they came into this round with, they're looking pretty made in the shade right now. Final 90 seconds on the clock as we count them down to the record car here for Boogity Boogity Racing, continuing to show the pace as we work lap 57. See, there are no cars between him and the checker car as we speak. And the checker car for Boogity Boogity Racing got stuck in the wall. They're going to be on pit road. This is going to have massive points implications as they fall down multiple laps to the checker car for the Candymen. Oh my goodness. Oh wow, there they are in the pits now. As you can see, the checker car scoring 15 points per lap. As we work the final 20 seconds on the clock here. Let's see where the leader is right now. It's going to be 2 to go at the line. The damage here could be catastrophic to Boogity Boogity Racing. This could completely and totally shut them out of the finals. As time expires, the next lap will be the last one as we shift into chopper view here. Boogity Boogity Racing has gotten caught up into the most unfortunate of circumstances as their checker car literally got locked up in between the pit wall and them. They come out of turns 3 and 4 here. That'll be all she wrote there. I apologize for freezing that early. I thought he had crossed the start-finish line. But now, as you can see, oh my goodness. Look at all of those points that have just gone away. The checker car had come back onto the track. And the damage is done. So, see if that all, yep, okay. So, the checker car was put 4 laps down by the Candymen. Let's actually go through and we'll see how many points Boogity Boogity Racing scored, which is looking to be none at this point, because except for the laps they led early on. And we will send them, unfortunately, on their way. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh. They will score 8 points on this round and leave today with a grand total of 45 points, unfortunately. But the Candymen, amazingly, will be scoring a lot of points here just in this round. And I was talking about a low point scoring day. Silly me. Why should I ever talk about predictions like that when fate will come and make them all wrong? So, the checkers car for the Candymen has missed out on putting each of these cars a lap down. So, they put this guy a lap down, this guy a lap down, this guy 2 laps down. So, that is 12 points. Plus 60 points for 72 points, and that does not include the laps led. So let's just see where we are with that. So 21 points for leading laps, plus the 72 points they got from lapping traffic jammers and Boogity Boogity Racing's car. Oh, goodness. Will be 93 points. For a grand total of 128 points going into the final round here. Now, either the Intimidators or Junior Nation are going to have an amazing performance here coming into this final round, or it looks like it might just be a one-sided show as, oh my goodness, the Candymen have scored a massive amount of points in this second point heat race. I'm just kind of flabbergasted at the fact that they just came out of that with 128 points when it was looking like it was going to be a very low-scoring affair. Alrighty. Now, changing gears here for a moment, we're going to get the next matchup of round 2 set up, where the Intimidators will go on to face Junior Nation, and hopefully one of those teams will be able to come up and close this point deficit that they're going to have on the Candymen. Stay with us here for CWRL's Fight Night at the Freedom Factory. I appreciate you all sticking with us.